Hi and welcome to today's video, which is about words that mean about. So first up, approximately. Approximately is the opposite of exactly. So let's say today is the 1st of March. If you say I gave up smoking exactly 5 years ago, it means that you stopped smoking on the 1st of March 5 years ago. If you say I gave up smoking approximately 5 years ago, it means that you stopped smoking somewhere in February or March 5 years ago. Approximately is the formal word for this idea, but there are a lot of informal ways to say the same thing. Roughly. If you say, I gave up smoking roughly 5 years ago, it means exactly the same thing. It is informal, but in speech it is more likely to be used than approximately. So a police report, which is formal, would say the accident happened at approximately 2 p.m. But if you were talking about it, you would probably say the accident happened at roughly 2 p.m. Another alternative is around. Again, this is informal and it's used in speech rather than in writing. So, for example, I woke up last night at around 3 o'clock. About. The meaning of about is the same, but it's in the middle, neither formal nor informal. So, for example, you might say, the first time we met was about a year ago. Say. Very informal. This is used to deliberately make sure that the listener understands that what you are saying is not an exact figure. So, for example, I'll be away for, say, 3 weeks. You could also say, I'll be away for, let's say, 3 weeks. But that is more unusual. Next one, give or take. Again, very informal. And this one suggests a wider range. So if approximately 3 years ago from the 1st of March means anywhere in February or March 3 years ago, then give or take could mean anywhere between January and April. It suggests you're not trying very hard to be accurate. And it's normally used after the thing that you're talking about. So, for example, it was 3 years ago, give or take. Give or take is at the end. You can say it was give or take 3 years ago, but that's less normal. The next group we're going to look at also means about, but they also give an idea about whether the number is over or under. They are often used in situations where the exact number isn't known or isn't worth the energy to calculate or research. News reporters often use them because the accuracy of the report is harder to challenge if they use one of these words instead of saying the exact number. Next one, close to. This is one of the most informal options. It suggests that the number is under. So, for example, we must have known each other for close to 10 years. This means about, but under 10 years. More than. This is the opposite of close to. It means about, but over. And it can be used in both formal and informal situations. So, for example, the waterfall is more than 5 kilometers from here. Equals, it is over 5 kilometers. Not more than. This means the same as close to, about but under. It's a little bit more formal than close to. So, for example, the accident happened not more than 20 meters from where I was standing. Less than. This means the same as not more than, about but under, but it sounds more formal and more accurate. So, for example, less than 20 people came to watch the football game. Not less than. This means about but over. It's the opposite of not more than. So, for example, the number of guests at the wedding was not less than 150. With these pairs of opposites, more than and not more than, and less than and not less than, the negative one is a little bit less formal and a little bit less accurate or helpful. To say what something is more accurate and so more formal than to say what it is not. So, for example, if I say the color is blue, it tells you more than if I say the color is not yellow. If I say it's not yellow, you still don't know what color it is. So, which one should you use? As a listener, you might hear any of them, so you need to recognize them. When you're speaking, in informal situations, you want to sound as natural as possible. So choose the ones that you like best and use them. You don't need to use them all. Okay, so now this is for you to answer, formal or not formal. It must be close to 5 years since last time I saw you. So you have three choices, formal, informal, or it can be either. And a second question, does it mean more than or less than, or doesn't it say which it means? So I'll give you a moment, not too long. Pause the video if you need to. And the answer is informal, and it means less than. So close to means less than. Next one, roughly 500 people came to the graduation ceremony. Same question, formal or informal, or could be either, and more than or less than, or doesn't say. And this time the answer is informal, and it doesn't say whether it's over or under. It's approximately 500 meters from the football ground to the community hall. Same questions as before. And the answer, this is formal, and it doesn't say whether it's over or under. Next one, your son is leaving home, but he's not more than 14 years old, is he? And the answer on that one, it's informal, and it means less than. Not more than, means less than. It's 45 kilometers to Mesot, give or take. And that one is informal, and it doesn't say if it's over or under. I will come to your house at around 6 o'clock. And the answer, that one is informal, and it doesn't say if it's over or under. To make a Karen shirt will take, say, 1.5 meters of cloth. And that one is informal, and it doesn't say over or under. I'm going to the shop. I will be less than 10 minutes. And that one is informal, and it's less than. Your brother should be arriving from Bangkok about 2 hours from now. And that one, it can be either, it's not really informal or formal, and it doesn't say whether it's over or under. It will be more than 1 hour before our bus arrives in Mesot. And that answer is it can be either, so it's neither formal nor informal, and it means later, more than 1 hour. More than 1 hour is longer than 1 hour. To buy a new computer will cost not less than 10,000 baht. And that one is informal, and more than, not less than, equals more than. In his report about the car accident, the policeman wrote that it happened at something 6 p.m. What word would you put in the gap? And the answer is approximately. A police report would use the most formal word. And this is the end, my friend. See you again next time.